Hi, everybody. It's been a very long time since I've been live on Facebook. I hope you are having an incredible day, an incredible week. I'm going to be opening my chat so that I can see chats and see what messages pop up and help answer any questions that may arise as we have our conversation today. So, what I'd love to talk to you about today is first of all, back by popular demand was a request to continue to do Self Love Sundays. And of course, I completely love doing Self Love Sundays, but because of such a busy schedule over the past few months of some projects, major projects that I'm working in, I had to take a break from that. So I'm very, very pleased to be back and to be able to connect with you. I've missed you truly, really so much. I just want to say a really tremendous thank you to all of you for your support and for the incredible light that you have within you to seek and search and try to find these answers in whatever it is that you're doing. It really is such a tremendous pleasure and such an honor to be sharing this time and working with you on this work. This work to me is very serious, and it's serious, right? Not everything has to be serious, but it is very special to me in that the kind of work that we're doing, I think that if more of us would understand the profound effect that it has on the collective, and some of you really understand that, it really just is so beautiful to see the flourishing, the changing, the transformation, and the opening of each soul as they begin to discover the beauty of themselves, the beauty of their work, the beauty of the gifts that they have within them to be able to unlock these parts of us that oftentimes have been suppressed, mistreated, neglected, ignored within the multidimensional body. So it's really beautiful to see that progression, that opening, that expansion. And it's one of the things that really gives me so much fuel in the work that I do every single day. One of the incredible things that I've seen over the past couple months is noticing how people are just really looking for deeper, deeper understanding, deeper information. I guess we hear a lot of things that are occurring around the world. There's so much distraction, so many things going on in the world. There is really a thirst for a much deeper, more connected view of these concepts of awakening, becoming aware, healing, working. And so the wonderful thing about that is that there is this ability to reconnect with that. And the only way to get to that information is from the inside, more so than anything that you can receive externally. And I think that's something that I have been very, very excited about and very, um, um, very adamant about sharing with everyone that's kind of looking for these deeper wisdom and deeper knowledge that even in my own journey for the past 10, 15 years, looking for those answers have never been able to been found outside in books, in other people's experiences and the things that they bring through, because it's always coming through a filter of their perception and only see things from where they're at. And so our ability to transcend those limitations is only found in the work that we're capable of doing in our own internal connection. So I want to address a couple topics with you today. The first topic will be how to recharge the body energetically when we're feeling depleted or when we're feeling that we have had a lot of distraction and stimulation emotionally, mentally, and physically, energetically, and how to recharge that. And I have this beautiful background of this incredible green landscape behind me. And this green landscape is kind of the perfect energetic space for us to reconnect with nature and work with the natural laws of creative energy, creative life force energy that runs through us, in us, and all around us at all times. And the way that our body is constructed and designed is to be able to pull in that energy into the physical body. We have the ability to heal the body and to direct this life force to parts of the body that require more support, more healing, more attention. And so we can work with the energy that we have around us I think that that's the one thing that we need to become acquainted with, that is available all around our environment, is this life force energy that's teeming with this life that can provide life chi into the parts of the body that become stagnant, that need healing. And emotionally, when we have constrictive or blocked energy in the centers of the body. Now, I did a video a month ago about the energy centers and how each one of the centers is actually a holographic projection into a body. It's a body that extends all around us. And so these different energetic bodies are either picking up information from around us, or they are interacting with information that is around us. And so the incredible thing about that is that when we tap into these energy centers, they provide information on what we're picking up from our environment. And they also provide information on what we're giving off internally, what we are either suppressing, or we are working through, or we are experiencing and becoming identified with in the external world. So these are wonderful tools to help us. And how do we tap into that information is simply, again, by the emotions. The emotions are what allow us. It is the unspoken language of vibrational frequency and perception. And of course, what limits our ability to move freely through the things that occur in our life is our perception, or the identification that we have with these experiences, these occurrences. So the idea is to begin to move away from the identification of those things into a more fluid, less judgmental, less constrictive reaction actions in our experiences and the way that we feel about ourselves and others. This kind of constant resistance, this resistant state to the things that we see outside, to opinions that other people have, to actions that other people take, really takes a toll on the energy bank in the body, because it's constantly stopping and trying to categorize whatever we're seeing, to place it usually in this dualistic categories of good or bad. And so that really takes a lot of energy, because in order to categorize something like this, you would really have to know all parts of that in order to know the truth, right? And so very few of us will take the time to really understand the truth of the things that we're processing and seeing, and simply just shove it into one end or another. But the human body is such an intelligent instrument, such a sensitive instrument, that the intuitive mind actually knows and can sense these fine differences and these fine energies when they are misplaced. Intuitively, we know what is right and wrong, but because we have such a profound disconnect between the mind body, oftentimes it becomes difficult, and because it's untrained, we don't immediately tap into that intuitive response where we're able to kind of quickly see on everything and then kind of direct where we want to put our energy. Ideally, a person that masters their body and their energy won't be exerting the energy and directing it in either of the directions, because it is a form of, again, identification. And so when we identify ourselves with that, we become this never ending flow of opinions, feelings, and just energy that is draining from the body. So we become depleted very quickly, and the human body can become sick, frail, it can become weak. Both with this creative life force energy, and then we lose our ability to come into states of creation, lose our ability to come into states of love, of connection, and go into states of depression, self hate, self judgment, judging others, and get really stuck, really stuck. So that interaction of constantly judging and putting our energy into certain specific directions is exhausting for the human. So, what can help us is to kind of recover the body first. And so, this is where we would learn how to recharge and rebalance the physical body so that we can kind of create our own very strong foundation with our intuition, a really strong connection with the intuition, so that we can begin to train the communication that we have with the intuition. The body is intelligent, and it'll know what it needs without even trying, to put effort in that direction. And so I strongly suggest to work on that connection with the intuition throughout your day, whether it's something very simple of what it is you choose to eat, to drink, to do, to act, how you wish to feel about something. Just be intuitive about it. And usually that intuition has the correct answer that will maintain balance energetically, mentally, and physically for the body. So, that being said, I'd like to walk you through an exercise that I'd like to do today for Self Love Sundays, which is how to recharge the body with pure life force energy so that it can create a very strong energetic center, and therefore providing a strong immunity, strong immune system, create a more clear mind, not distracted by the analytical mind, by the fear and ego body, and also that can learn to begin to direct and work with the energy in its environment and its space, this abundant, infinite source of life force energy, to begin to rebuild and heal the body from all of the little abuses that we do to the body emotionally, physically, and mentally throughout our week. So this is a wonderful exercise to help you work with that. And we're going to be using some ancient techniques with pranic healing, with Qigong, and the flow of life force through the body. Now, before we begin this practice, I want to quickly just give you a quick map of the anatomy, the energetic anatomy of your body. The physical body has energy centers, as some of you know, and the energy centers of the body are holographically project into bodies that surround us and are intermeshed and interconnected with our environment. These bodies help bring information into the body and help release information outside of the body. They are basically the connection. They are what create your reality. We are experiencing directly. Everything that we experience externally is being projected from what we believe, what we feel, and what we know we are is being projected into your reality. So wherever your subconscious mind is at that time of whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's fear-based or love-based, creation-based, all these things are fueling how you will experience that moment. So, that being said, if we have control and awareness of our true core intention and self, we can then create an experience and shift and work with that. I use a lot of color therapy for this work because color is the language of energy, and the vibrational, each one of us has a vibrational signature that is basically providing information of where you are at spiritually, emotionally in your work right now. And so if you understand this color, it also helps you understand what you specifically need to heal anything that you're experiencing right now that might be causing pain or, dissatisfaction in your life, depression, or maybe even not embodying your highest potential in whatever state you're in, whether it's a low state or a high state, or you're stuck somewhere in your life, whether it's material or spiritual, because everything is interconnected. Your material progress, whether it's financial or your career or what you're doing in your relationship, is directly informed by the belief systems that you're holding energetically, the energetic patterns, the things that you're doing with your energy, your energetic hygiene. All of that affects and informs what you're experiencing in your life. So, if you are aware of the energy and how you're moving energy, emotional energy through the body, you can change those experiences as well. So, in the physical body, when we have these energy centers, they're usually rotating in directions. They're spinning very fast. They're double-sided vortices that face front and back, and one is feminine, one is masculine. And so these two, depending on what you need in those areas, in that body, in that state of yourself, it'll either be releasing for healing, okay, which means it's going to be spinning to the right, or it's going to be contracting, receiving for healing, okay? And so going to the left. So as you see your multidimensional body, usually it'll be moving in alternate directions, each one normally, so that the energy is flowing through the network and also the meridians of the body, which are the major energy centers and energy nodes of energy that flow through the body. Anytime any one of these centers is stagnant or blocked, it's going to be blocked with thoughts and programs that don't allow the energy to move through the body. But that also doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be tiny, closed, or blocked, right? What it means is that it's not spinning, it's not moving, flowing naturally. And so, what that causes to do is the energy to get stagnant in that area, and stagnant area begins to pile up, pile up, pile up. And usually it'll expand and be wide open. And so, what that means is that you're seeing your whole world is being designed by the information that's here in this stagnant space of your body. So, what we have to do is gently begin to clear out all that stagnation by seeing it first, acknowledging it, and working with that information to provide yourself with a deep understanding as to why we need to let that go and begin to move through those identifications, thought blockages, and fears, anxieties that we are holding within that specific energy sphere. And these are specific emotions, specific thoughts that pertain to this organ and the way energy is processed through this center. Each one of the centers, as you know, is interconnected with organs and thoughts, beliefs, emotions that are specific to that vibrational frequency. And they can be very complex. So you need to dive deep into those beliefs to understand what is hiding inside of that subconscious mind. Doing that is simply feeling the emotion that's there without any resistance and going down into that emotion, asking more and more, what is the true emotion until you find the root emotion. If you need help with that, you can work with me in a DNA reprogramming, and I guide you step by step through that process. So now let's talk about what we're doing today. As when we want to bring in clean, fresh life force energy in the body, first of all, the, the purest form of energy is natural energy, which comes from the earth. It's life force energy. And we utilize cosmic energy as well and combine those two because we are made of those two substances. We are made of earth, life force energy, as well as cosmic energy. So when we begin to bring in massive amounts of that energy into the body and move it through, we can help remove the debris, that kind of stagnant energy that is floating within the multidimensional 7 layers of the body, energy centers, chakras. And that'll kind of help us alleviate some of the stagnation from the body. Now, there are different levels of stagnation in the energetic body. Some of this stagnation is very superficial. So there are things that you have been kind of mulling over, feeling, not processing over the past 24 hours or past week, perhaps. And those things can be removed almost immediately out of the body. Okay. Now, there's also deeper programs, deeper stagnant energy that has been there since childhood, fragmentations and childhood traumas that have not processed, that have not even been addressed, some things that have been deeply suppressed, that are oftentimes too painful to address, are also lingering in your energetic body. But because they've been there for such a long time and created a false identity, a false self, a false reference point, they've really become a part of us. And in a sense, I kind of feel like this is more of the artificial aspect of us. It becomes an artificial aspect of us. It's not organic in a sense where organic is in alignment with what is true in the present moment in our creative life force with all creative life force available to us. What is stagnant is kind of old energy based on untruths that we are referencing from. Not that the events and the things that happened are not true, but the way that we perceive, the way that we think we have to feel about them are not entirely conducive of healing and productive for the organism. Therefore, they cause stagnation, fragmentation, and unfortunately, a limited perception in what we are, in what we can do in life, and in how to heal and progress, and more importantly, love. They block our ability to love. Remember, love is the most powerful life force energy in the universe, and we're not talking about the emotion. We are talking about the creative life force that is this love. And so, what we do is that we gently move those blockages that we can, as much as we can, energetic hygiene, and bring in pure life force energy into the body and allow the body to absorb that into all the organs, into all the layers, and do a clean sweep of the multidimensional body. So, at the end of the meditation, you feel completely refreshed, more grounded, more connected with yourself. And we're not constantly mulling over the things that have happened yesterday or the day before or perhaps an hour ago. So it's an incredibly powerful tool to utilize to re-energize the chi in the body. All right, let's get started. I want you to find a really nice and comfortable space. And you're going to inhale deeply and exhale. And with every breath you take, I want you to allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into a state of complete relaxation, complete calm. Closing your eyes, breathing deeply, breathing deeply. Every breath you take, allowing yourself to rest, to connect with your body in stillness for a moment. As you're breathing here in stillness, I want you to transport yourself and imagine that you are in a forest. Imagine that you're in a forest, in a beautiful green forest, wherever you are, inside your house or inside wherever it is that you're sitting, even if you are in nature, which is wonderful. We're going to tap into the energy outside of our house, beyond the walls of our home. And we're just going to see how far out our own energy extends around us. Go ahead and see if you can tap into that. How far out does your energy extend around you? As you tap into that, you're beginning to visualize this energy. Visualizing the energy all around you. We're going to just notice where we begin and where the other ends. And if you notice, as you begin to tap into how expansive your energy is around you, you can be as large as you wish to be. So for this practice, I want you to expand your energy as large as you can. And it's 360 degrees all around your body, expanding above, below, in front, behind. Okay, very good. And as you tap into the energy around you, we're going to create a grounding cord connecting our body all the way down to the center of the earth. So go ahead and visualize your grounding cord anchoring you into this beautiful earth that you're connecting to. Visualize that earth. As you begin to bring your mind from the past or from the future into the now, I want you to tap in to begin to just really feel yourself in your body here, wherever you are, and tapping in to any emotions that you might be having, noticing, observing the body, and just releasing them, letting them go. Grounding yourself fully into this present moment as you begin to breathe deeply. Breathing deeply. And with every breath you take, just visualize that you're connecting to the earth, balancing the positive and negative charges in the body. As you allow yourself to expand this energetic body all around you. And we're grounding. I want you to visualize now from that grounding cord that you created that you're going to begin to breathe and absorb into the body a very healing gold energy into the body. And it's going to come into the toes, to the ankles, the shins, the calves, the knees, up into the core. And we're going to start working with the root chakra at the base of the spine. You're going to visualize spinning that chakra as fast as possible and just notice which direction it's going in. And we're going to clear out any stagnation in that root chakra. I want you to be very aware of your body, the root chakra, how it extends around you. This is everything that is here within the physical body that you've held on to for the past 24 hours, the past week, maybe the past month. Breathing deeply. Slowly clearing out that layer. I want you to visualize that layer of the root chakra around your whole body, and you're just going to clear it in front, behind, above, below you, noticing anything, any debris, any heavy energies, any heaviness, any emotions that are within that space, and just clear it out of your body. We're going to go to the second layer now, the second chakra, the sacral chakra located underneath the belly button. Go ahead and visualize spinning that chakra as fast as possible. You're just going to clear out any debris that you've been holding on to, any emotional heaviness that you've been holding on to. Allow that to be completely cleared out until it's crystalline orange. Crystalline clear. And focus primarily on the back. The back of the body is usually where most of us are unaware of the back of our bodies and what's happening there. And it's usually the parts of our body where we are affecting our emotions into our reality. So what happens is that we suppress a lot of emotions. Any suppressed emotions, any fears, any anxieties gets accumulated here in the back of the body. So with every breath you take, visualize clearing out any stagnation that might be in the back of the body. Going up to the solar plexus now and the yellow light at the center core, go ahead and visualize spinning this chakra as fast as possible, eliminating any stagnation. in the solar plexus. This is the emotional body. Any suppression of anger that we have either towards ourselves, others, or the world, in situations that we might feel helpless, disempowered. Go ahead and visualize clearing that out. Clearing that out, breathing, using the breath with every breath we take, pulling in that gold energy with every exhale. We're clearing and releasing what needs to leave from that space. We are learning how to utilize this intelligent machine of the physical body, going up to the heart chakra now, spinning it as fast as possible, bringing that gold energy, clearing out any debris, any stagnation that we have in the heart, allowing the heart to expand freely, opening it, allowing it to be clear, releasing any stagnant emotions, thoughts, fears that might be in that space, with our ability to love ourselves or others, to accept, or perhaps be loved by others. Very good. Beginning to feel it become lighter as it becomes clear. You're going to go up to your throat now, and you'll notice that immediately as you clear things out of one center, it'll immediately draw your attention to the next area that needs attention, and it'll go up as you're raising your vibration as you clear your energy centers, of course. So in the throat, go ahead and visualize clearing that out and remove everything that you see in your throat chakra, the fifth layer of the body. Again, the work is here and externally in the fifth layer of the body. We're clearing out everything that's there, almost like window wiping down the layer, the fifth layer, all the debris that might be there. Very good. You're going to go up into the sixth now, visualizing, spinning it as fast as possible, clearing out any blockages. Spinning that third eye. Very good. Now we're going to go up to the crown and we're going to do the same. This is the most important chakra, the chakra of creation and manifestation. So go ahead and visualize spinning it as fast as possible, clearing out any stagnation that might be in the crown. And this is, again, the center. This is the beginning where we begin to get interconnected with the matrix and higher dimensional planes. So visualize clearing that area, neutralizing our perception, any deception, artificial aspects of ourselves and others that might be interfering in our true connection with our higher self, and any kind of overlays of reality that might be interfering with what we see in the world today as truth. Go ahead and visualize clearing, disconnecting from any parts of us that are contributing to those things that are occurring around us. Very good. Clearing all of that out. Excellent. Breathing deeply. And exhale. We're going to go up now. And now that we have cleared the entire multidimensional body, we're going to now recharge the body with life force energy. As I mentioned before, in order to bring healing energy in the body, we have to clear it out. So I want you now to visualize beautiful green energy coming in from the earth. And it's going to come in through the soles of your feet, up into the body, into the meridian runways of the body. And it's going to create a vortex at the center. And you can even allow that energy to move up through and out through the crown of your head, just clearing and moving energy out. Clearing and moving energy out like a fountain of green life force energy that's full of all of this beautiful green energy that we have around us in our forest, in our space, wherever we are. And from the universe, from source, go ahead and bring that cosmic energy down into the body, almost as if it were a sun that you create at the top of your head. creating an incredible vortex of energy at the top of your head, and then allowing that golden globe of light to fall over your body like rain or like a shower, like water. It begins to just fall over the body. And you're going to breathe deeply, absorbing that life force energy into the body. And you're going to bring it here into the solar plexus, into the center core. In Qigong, we call this the dantian. This is where we are holding. It's the seed, it's the cup of life where we hold on to life force energy. And it's also where we have the heat that runs the engine, maintaining the balance of energy through the body. So we want to bring that life force and allow it to absorb into that space. I want you to visualize that you are a battery and that you are pulling from Earth and pulling from the cosmos into that battery at the center core, filling yourself up with this life force energy, filling yourself up with that life force energy. Recharging the body, noticing that you're going to feel it almost going up your spine. Okay. And just allowing that energy to come into the center core of the nervous system of the body, relaxing, clearing any kind of debris that is in the back, in the neck, in the shoulders, in the arms. You're becoming completely aware of the back of your body. And just allowing that energy to enter into the body as you recharge the body. Notice any cords that you have attached to your body, energetic cords. This is a wonderful time as you are recharging to become aware of where energy tends to be leaving the body. So, anytime it's siphoned out of the body with a imbalanced or parasitic connection to your body, just notice where you have cords to people, places, and things that are toxic, draining the life force out of you. Um, Anywhere where we're unnecessarily becoming identified with things outside of us. Just visualize gently pulling those cords out of your body. Normally they are in the back of the body, and sometimes they're in the solar plexus and the lower chakras. So just notice where we're holding on to that. We also tend to hold on a lot on our back, things that don't belong to us, but we feel that we're responsible for some reason, other people's emotions, things that are happening in the world at large. Um, family responsibilities, financial responsibilities. Take all of that out from the spine and the back and the lower head. They really interfere with how we heal and how we're interacting with the world around us. Go ahead and pull that out. Very good. With every breath you take, you are holding on to this energy. Now we're going to be doing a tiny little Qigong practice that I'd like to share with you. I want you to begin to tap into the sensation, the feeling of gratitude, deep gratitude for this incredible body, this incredible intelligence, machine. I want you to visualize that you are feeling grateful for the beautiful work that it provides us emotionally, physically, mentally throughout the week. And as you tap into that gratitude, you begin to feel more open to love, to true love, not just emotional love. The gateway to true love is through gratitude. So as you begin to feel that gratitude for your body, just completely becoming aware of your legs, your knees, your thighs, the back of your body, the front of your back, of your body, all the internal organs, the chest, the neck, the back, the head, just becoming totally aware of this body, feeling grateful. I want you to begin to visualize that you're going to create an intention for what you need this week for healing, for your spiritual progression, to help you gently, compassionately move to the next step. And we're going to visualize this by creating an orb of energy in front of you, in front of your body. You're just going to visualize feeling the energy in front of you, and you're going to pulsate your hands just a couple times to feel the energy in your body. And in this space, and the best place to do this is when you're out in nature. I advise you to go out on a little stroll wherever you are near nature, even just a park, and create this orb of energy where you're going to begin to visualize that you're absorbing from your surroundings, from all of the trees and the life, the air, the wind. You're bringing in to your space this orb of life force, pure, clean energy. And as you visualize this orb, I want you to put the intention that this is pure creative energy, pure love, and you're going to bring it into the body, into the parts of the body that need it the most. Okay. And so this is a very intuitive process that as you are creating this energy sphere, we are intentionally connecting with the higher self to ask what it is that this organism needs at this time in order to heal, to progress. And we are setting that intention, creating that in our orb. Okay, so take a moment to create that orb. Just visualize absorbing it full. It becomes bigger and bigger with the energy of around us, with the intention of healing. And you're going to bring it now fully aware of where in your body it is required. You're going to bring it into that space. So go ahead and see in your body where your hands are immediately pulled towards the lower chakras, towards the heart center, towards the head, towards the neck. Wherever it is in your body, bring it in and provide healing for those spaces. Very consciously, very aware, and you are bringing it to the front and the back of the body. Very good. Excellent. Taking a nice deep breath as we bring that energy, and you will immediately begin to feel like you just had a cup of coffee, more energized, more cleaner energy in your body. And remember that breathing is all the way down to the abdomen. So just maintaining that nice rise and fall of abdominal breathing throughout your day, creating a nice deep, deep exchange with your energy. Very good. So I'd like to welcome you to gently realign the chakras into an aligned state, the root into balanced state, sacral into balanced state, solar balanced, heart, throat, third eye, and the crown. And if you know how to activate your crown, go ahead and visualize activating your crown with your unique vibrational signature. You can learn more about that in my other videos here on my YouTube channel. But in the crown chakra, activating your higher self color, go ahead and put that up in every aspect of your life as you intentionally realign yourself with that. Okay. And we're going to activate the higher levels going into the eighth chakra. Go ahead and illuminate the eighth, illuminate the ninth, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, and the 13th. And above you is a white light of source. Go ahead and connect up into source and bring that white light down over your body. Once again, feeling what you did today. Really nice and grounded down to the center of the earth and fully aware of your own energetic space, of all the layers and what's going on in your body. Go ahead and come back into the room as you open your eyes. Very good. You guys did such an amazing job. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And if you guys have any questions, please put it down below. I do have a couple questions that some people have been asking, and I want to make sure that I address that are really, really great questions. Let me see if I can pull them up for us here. The first question that I have was, when they talk about, okay, so how big do the chakras have to be when we open them back into a balanced state? I think that was the first one. So the energy centers of the body are interconnected with our external um, projective body as well. So what does it mean to have a balanced chakra? Usually the chakras are about 2-3 inches, and they project and extend around us all the way. So in order to maintain it in a balanced state, in my opinion, there's many schools that teach it specifically with certain numbers and sizes and dimensions, but I think everyone's different. So I want you to use your intuition and noticing that as you control the chakras, opening and closing them, how you feel at each different state. Really take the time to notice that. When they are closed, when you are closing them for meditation, you're not turning them off. You're not disconnecting them. You can't. And you're not blocking them. What you're doing is you are controlling the information that's there and bringing it down into a neutral moment instead of it overactive, because most of our chakras become overactive when they're blocked. And that might seem contradictory. But as I mentioned earlier in the video, when we have blocked energy in certain energy centers, it becomes accumulated over and over again. This blocked energy, that energy is not flowing through the meridians of the body. It keeps getting stuck. Like, for example, if the solar plexus is blocked, and we're constantly feeling helpless or victimized in our life, energy is not moving through there. So it means that all our thoughts and beliefs are from this space. That's a lot of energy to put into an area. So it becomes expanded, out of balance, oftentimes and expanded to the right or to the left, depending on what aspect of ourself is being affected by that belief, the masculine or the feminine. So it'll be out of balance. And and so that impedes the natural movement and flow of energy in that space. So normal, healthy chakra is spinning in the direction that it needs to be spinning in order to be fluidly moving energy through the body. When it becomes stagnant, what happens is that that energy blocks the flow of energy. And so now it's not moving, now it's stuck. So the idea is to move, heal those aspects, move them out. We transmute them energetically out of your energetic space to allow energy to now move through the body. And so this is how we begin to clear and have a healthy flow. It changes your perspective about things, the way that you feel emotionally, and how you handle energy for either your own healing or healing others. So healers, it's really important to do that work when you're, working on yourself. So that's what that means. So just use your intuition, how big you want to use it. Most of us have our chakras way open in the lower areas. And so again, that's where we're seeing the world. So clear out that, bring it back into a balanced state. We should normally be looking like this, right? This is just regular everyday life. All the chakras are in perfect alignment, connecting up to source and completely. What I teach is to completely have active all aspects of yourself in full awareness. If you're doing the work, if you're ready, if you're not ready, and if you're not doing the work, it doesn't matter how much you try to turn on your higher levels, they will not be available for you because the higher levels, the holographic body is a projection of your DNA. So whatever you're activating in your DNA is what will be available to you. It'll be open. But if you're not doing the work to learn that information and find that information, you will have those blockages in your DNA, right? In your abilities, psychic, all these superpowers that we have that are active in the higher levels will not be available to you because you're not doing the work. It's definitely consists of work and removing blockages in the body. So to answer that question, now people ask, what do we do? So this should answer that second question about how do we maintain the chakras throughout our day? Now, why do we want to maintain anything? I mean, chakras again they are our body. They are our experiences. If we're in a state of fear, we are creating and experiencing fear. We're going to see fear in what we see on TV, in what we're hearing outside of us, in the people that we're dealing with. We're going to see and recognize fear in ourselves, in others. It's going to magnify that because that's our truth. That's what we see in the world, what we see in us. So imagine if you were to change that belief, you would see differently. You would not see fear in those things. You would not see fear in others. You would not be constantly connecting with fear as a big theme in your life. And even though I'm talking about someone that can have a smile on their face all day long, but the subconscious beliefs and the intentions behind things that they're doing and creating are from the face of fear. So it really takes a moment to kind of notice ourselves and be honest with the emotions that we have within our body and what we're feeling and intending, because the external face is nothing. It's the mask. We wear lots of masks to play along in the roles that we believe we're assigned to, right? And so in that, there is no congruency between what we're truly feeling and how we are interacting in the world. So with this work, and if you're on the journey to find truth, we have to be in alignment with the masks that we're wearing and hopefully wear no masks, be the true self, and be congruent with the emotions and the beliefs. If we're constantly listening to spiritual things all day long, are you embodying that in your relationships? Are you embodying that in the work that you're doing? If you're not, who are you kidding? You know, what are we doing? We're just wasting time and we're just entertaining ourselves with this information, but not actually applying it and living that. So that's where it shows energetically. I can see energy. I see immediately whether someone's actually, working on that or is afraid of looking at truth. Um, so Okay, so the next question I actually answered it. Golden Angel asks, I'm confused because you say that if our solar plexus is wide open, we have issues in the area, but the area I have issues is detected in my chakras to be blocked, not open. Right. So to answer the question again, what it means to have blocked means that there's so much most of your primary programs are informed by untruths in these centers. Each one of the centers manages a vibrational frequency. The vibrational frequency translates into an emotion, ranges of emotions. And those ranges of emotions are what control these areas. So we're going to go back to the simple one again. Fear at the root of the spine, fear of not feeling safe in your environment, not feeling safe in your body. All of these fears are what cause us to continue to create experiences in our lives that either magnify that belief or make us feel it constantly. No sneezing. So what will happen is the energy can't move through there. It's blocked, right? And so that might mean that the back chakra is going to be completely blocked, closed, sometimes not even moving because the energy is not flowing. An open, clear chakra is a chakra that has energy moving and that we know how to manage the energy in that space. Okay. Thank you so much for that question. Fantastic question. The next question was, let's see if what other question I can ask that's easy to answer in a short amount of time. I want to answer all your questions in longer videos with more information, and we will address those. Very good. What happens if I have a lot of trauma that I'm unable to process quickly? How do I start working with that trauma? So what we'll normally find, so somebody asked, if I have this major, major trauma that I can't move through, how can I start working on that trauma? So when you begin to do this work and you start looking at all of the patterns that you have in your life, you'll notice that it's really just one pattern. And at the root of all of these troublesome experiences, the belief is the same. It's separation. That's going to be the root belief of all pain and suffering is separation. So if you notice that, it doesn't matter what happened, the circumstances, who it happened with, it's separation. Separation from the self and separation from the all, from source, of course, from others, from everything. So the idea is that we learn each through all those traumatic experiences to Do the opposite of separation. Come back to unity, unity within the self, unity within others in our experiences. And the process of returning back to that unity is learning the opposite emotions, identifying the emotions within your body, identifying the opposite, and understanding how to get there, how you get there from this fear into unconditional love, from separation into unity. So, this process is the gold that transmutes, transforms the heavy lower. This is where that incredible fusion creates, that implosion of energy is created within the body that creates transformation and moves the lower energies into higher energies. When you see that contrast and create that healing within the body, it then creates this alchemical process through the body of transformation. And that's where we have those aha moments of understanding, and it opens up energy through the body and removes those blockages. Only the true understanding of those experiences can open energy and heal the body. Anything else is temporary. Anything else is temporary. So we need to do the work because this is long standing for a long term. If somebody else comes and says, I'm going to remove all the suffering from you right now, this isn't something that is long standing because there is a true transformation that has to happen that is literally unlocking your DNA. It's empowering you to understand a new way to see reality. And that's something that it can't be just given. It has to be a process that is acquired through your understanding and experience. So very good. I will leave right there. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. This video is really long. I love you guys very much, and I hope to see you soon. All my love. Have an amazing weekend. Hello, Anya. Oh, hello, Summer. Summer has a question. What if your chakras are smaller? What does that mean? Okay, that's very interesting. I have seen in the cases where chakras are a little bit smaller in the physical body. And it just means that they are sometimes underactive in that and oftentimes this is ancestral. This isn't necessarily something that happened in this life. It's something that we're carrying on for generations and generations that hasn't been addressed. So when you're doing work, go ahead and notice which one of those chakras is a little bit smaller. And the chakras can be opened and expanded at will when we understand how to work with that information. So I would suggest spinning and being very focused on doing energetic hygiene daily, spinning and clearing any blockages in that space, and just working with the energy there, what needs to be cleared out and what you need to heal that. Tap into a vibrational color or frequency that that area needs more. That's information, and see what that is. Is it more love? Is it connection? Is it acceptance? What is it that you need in that space, and provide it to that space. And what will happen is that memories of the past will begin to resurface. And some of those memories might be other lives, fragments of yourself that have been blocked in that space. And you can work through them. So ideally, if your chakras are already small, and you're already working with that energy, that's okay. Just notice where you need it to be balanced. The size doesn't really matter. It's intuitively what is balanced for you. And as you connect more with your body, you'll be able to intuitively see what it needs more of. Okay. Thank you so much for that question. Marlene, hello. John, so good to see you guys. Love you very much. Please have an amazing week.